Hey everyone, Cody here. Another update video. I'll make it quick. And I don't care who sees this. I don't care if one person sees it, 10 people, 100 people. I really don't care. The reason I'm making this video is because this stuff works. Not this stuff, but God, right? Seeking first God, and He will give you the gifts of the Spirit. Listen, I've been asking for gifts of the Spirit for so long, but only until these last few weeks, like I've been harping over and over again, where I have just been drawing God and desiring Him, getting up early to pray with Him, praying with Him multiple times, actually reading the Bible, copying the Bible, just going out of my way, and then stepping out boldly in faith to pray for people just over and over and over again. It's literally working. So I'll give you another example today. I prayed for a young lady. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to embarrass this person. I prayed for a young lady, okay? I knew that this person was going through a depression. We had already talked about that before, right? I already understood that. So I talked to her, and she was already sad and upset, and I was going to pray about the depression. But as I'm talking, first off, I ask her, do you think God is real? And she said, no. She didn't think it, and this was kind of a shock to me. I thought that she did, but I just kind of shelved it. I didn't start preaching the gospel to her. I just asked her, okay, do you think God is real? No, I don't think so. Okay. So as I'm talking to her, God gives me two more words. Okay, I already knew about the depression. God gives me spirit of abandonment, or just abandonment, sorry. Gives me the word abandonment and rejection. So I'm talking to her, and I'm like asking her some questions, and before I pray for her, it's like, do you feel abandoned? And she just started nodding slowly. I was like, okay. Do you feel rejected? And she started crying. And I was like, well, how would I know that? You didn't tell me that. And you haven't told me that in any of the times we've talked before. So how would I know that? And she just shrugged. I don't know. I was like, because God told me. Because God is real. Because when we are literally stepping out in faith and trying to do the things that God has told us to do, to pray for people, and to do all of the, I just get flustered. Basically, I ended up praying for her, and I don't know what came out of the prayer. She felt better, but I don't know what else needs to be done there. But my point is I was able to share that with her. Like, how would I know those specific words for her? Just as I didn't know the specific words for the other people I prayed for last night, right? Telling someone loneliness when I had no idea that was even a thing that they were struggling with. But right before I go into prayer, that comes up. Come on. What are the chances? Like, very slim. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm just a great guesser. No, I'm not a great guesser. That's the Holy Spirit. My point is that a lot of people see stuff like that. They see people getting words of knowledge, or they prophecy, or words of wisdom, or faith healing and miracles. They see that on YouTube videos. They see that on social media, or even televangelists. You see that and you're like, oh, that's fake. It's all falsified, and we throw it out because look, there are people who sensationalize the gospel, and they overdo it, and they do it for show, and they make it about the show, the display, and that is wrong. And God will judge with those people. He'll judge them for making a mockery of His kingdom and His power. And the funny thing is that they're making fun of it because they don't have it, right? They're not spending time in the secret place. They're not reading their Bible. They're not praying to God. They're not fasting. They're not making any kind of sacrifice. Oh, the dryer's done. I'm keeping that in. Anyway, you know, people they see this stuff on YouTube or TV or whatever. They think it's fake. They think that, you know, people praying for people and seeing instant healing, or them having words to give to that person, or a prophecy or visions or whatever. They see all this stuff and they're like, this is fake, because they've seen it on TV and it's been sensationalized. So they just throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Listen, I've been asking for these gifts, words of wisdom and knowledge and prophecy and visions and speaking in tongues and all of these different things that have been pouring out. The Holy Spirit has just been pouring them out on me over the last 2 weeks. That's not me. That's the Holy Spirit. But because I'm literally earnestly seeking God, the verse that comes to mind is Matthew 6:33. Seek first his kingdom and righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. You know, it's amazing that we either want that stuff, but we get frustrated, and so we take shortcuts to get it, or we fake it because we want to look a certain way, or we don't believe that you can have it because it's either we, again, believe it's fake, or we think that maybe it died in the Old Testament. Or, I'm sorry, it died in the Bible, and that's not for today. Sorry, forgive me. But it's false. All of that is wrong. God is still living and active. Why would the devil be active in the world, but not God? Why would the devil get to do things through people like witchcraft and spells and things that we know that the devil actually does use? That stuff is not just fugazi, it's real. The devil has real actual power because people give it to him. So why would the devil have power? Why would the devil be able to do all these things in the earth, but not God? Now I'm telling you right now, this stuff is real. And here's the kicker. Here's the caveat to it all. We're called to do this stuff. We're called to cast out devils. We're called to pray for people, for the broken, the sick. We're told to set the captives free, and whether you take that literally, as in praying for prisoners, or figuratively, where we're breaking people of bondage from sin or trauma or pain or suffering or whatever it is, doesn't really matter. Are you out there doing it? That's the question. Are you literally doing something as simple as inviting people to church or praying for them? I don't know what else to say. I just get frustrated because I know that so many people have so much potential, and they're so focused on things that aren't of God. They're so focused on worldly things. And it's sad. But you could have it. You have all the gifts of God, and you could go out and do those things. And in fact, we're called to do them. But you have to seek God first, above all else. And that's it.